Guys, I'm Nuts Metalhead. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. This album by Quadeca is getting insane amount of buzz, and it has an incredibly high rating on Album of the Year. Quadeca has also made a lot of albums that are considered like Album of the Years for them, like I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, or something like that. I haven't heard anything by Quadeca, but I have been very curious to jump into his stuff, so this is a good launching point into that because this album is massively well received, and it came out yesterday. So, better time than ever to jump into his stuff. I know that this album isn't rap. I think it's like some indie folk. It has. I saw some of the genres. It was like bro pop, chamber pop, that sort of thing. A lot of the stuff that I actually end up liking quite a bit. Waves Blood, I absolutely love, and they dabble in that sort of aesthetic as well. So I'm curious to see what this sounds like, and if I'll mess with it as much as everyone else seems to be messing with it, because it is getting an unreal amount of praise. There's something I think like 9,000 ratings on it, and it has like a 92, which would make it like a top 15 album of all time on that music rating site. So I'm curious. Let's jump into it. It's very pretty. I like how textured everything sounds. The building is cool too. I really love the soundscape of it. I like the anxiety that's building. It's really good. I don't want to pause it, but I have so many thoughts. Ooh. I like how sparingly the piano is used. Like it comes in here and there, and it adds such gravitas. This is so sick. I'll pause it for a tiny bit just because I feel like I don't want to just steal his content. Um, I find that it's really interesting because most like intro tracks are meant to get you into the sound, and I feel like just it's really fascinating to be able to set the tone for an album. That is a album with a bunch of vocals, and you're able to set the tone completely with an just an instrumental track that is 6 minutes long. Like I already feel the uneasiness, the anxiety that's ramping up, and everything culminating together, and it's just really cool to be able to do that within 4 minutes of an intro track. And it's also quite bold. Like coming out into the album, most people, as soon as you click on it, would want the first track to be like a single. If you think about like Nevermind, right? Smells Like Teen Spirit is the first track. It's the first thing to bring you in. With no questions asked, to have a 6 minute long like track. If the instrumentation here wasn't so expertly crafted, most people would just adios and wouldn't want to listen to the rest of the album if he didn't stick the landing with this first track. And I think he's done a really incredible job with that. I don't know what I'll rate it. Also, my ratings will all change. This is my first time listening. If you want to see my reviews, you can go to my Discord or you can go to my TikTok and I'll be posting them there. But it's just really interesting that this is, and I like it a lot. Like everything is so textured and builds so well together. It shows a very fine-tooth comb like level of detail, and I love it. It's everything is so well done. The harmonies, the instruments coming in. I don't know, it's so pretty. This is so good. That is so sick. Also, I'm giving a 9. This could change on another re-listen depending on like what the rest of the album is and how it fits into the next song, like how Waging War and all that. So this is all subject to change. But what I find so interesting, it's probably a tired trope amongst Quadeca fans already, but if you just showed anyone this track, no one in a million years would be like, oh yeah, this is a YouTuber, you know? He is far, like, I haven't listened to any of the other stuff that he's made, but you can just tell from this alone, he is well within his own right, just a part of the other pantheon of great artists. And yeah, also talking about this track, I find this track very interesting because the first like 4 minutes built up such an emotional storytelling that it makes me wonder if the album is also going to go that route, like how it builds. I can't necessarily fully recall everything, but how it builds, and then it has like this anxiety bit, and then we have a crescendo, and then we go into a like hopefulness, which links into the next track, I'm assuming. I wonder if the album will also run the flow of the original of this first track, right? Like all the crescendos and the emotional beats that it did throughout just this 6 minute parable. I wonder if the next 13 tracks is going to run that back, if that makes sense. But just like expand it fully. Like this is just a taste of what's to come. Now that could just be out there, I don't know, assumption or guess, but it would be an interesting way of doing it because there was so much emotional crescendos that were, and I don't know, storytelling that was happening just within this track alone that it makes that feel like a possibility, which is not often what you can like derive, I guess. So yeah, I give it a 9 at the moment, but it could move depending on re-listens and depending on the rest of the album. So let's get on. Hmm. Hmm. I'm sorry, I think the lyrics are a bit messed up, but I find this track interesting. That there are so many different aspects going on. I feel like No Questions Asked for me, it feels a bit more concisely crafted, but then maybe some of like the I guess like more messy aspects to what I'm feeling with waging war is a part of the emotional, because obviously he's waging war. And my only understanding is that I Didn't Mean to Haunt You was about like his personal struggles with depression and stuff like that, and suicidal ideation, if I remember correctly. So I wouldn't be surprised if this album is obviously might be touching on similar stuff. So if he's waging war within himself, which is what I'm gleaming from this, and then like battling his emotional states, I can understand there being like a chaos there. I It obviously can change on different listens. This is just my first listen. It doesn't feel as cohesive sonically with that. It feels like they don't connect sonically all together as much. It's like there's a lot of really good ideas being there, but they don't have like the connective tissue or the marbling to be able to put it together as much as I would like. And the reason that I'm being, I guess, like a bit more critical of this is he started out with such a perfect track. To be honest, like that 9 could easily turn into a 10. So this track feels like a tiny bit of a step down to me, but I still very much like it. I like the vocal harmonies of I'm assuming the female vocalist and himself. Maybe I'm getting the female vocalist mixed up with the other track, but with it just like backing vocals and the harmonizing, and there's like still a lot of texture in the production, and I really like that. I don't know, I still want to see how it meshes together, you know? I don't know when the lyrics are. Alright. Alright. I feel like there's a lot of meanings to lyrics, and I think I would need broader context of listening to his other albums to fully flesh it out. But like the waging war within yourself, because feels like it could be taken so many different ways. Like he could feel himself creeping back to his old ways with the stuff from my vague understanding of what I didn't mean to launch you realms, and he's waging war within himself to be able to wreak create salvation with himself, right? Or he could be in a better place, and then he's waging war on I don't know, like him being brought back to that place. All of these sort of things. I don't know. I'm curious on separate listens and throughout the album to see how it manifests. I do like the last minute and a bit of music more. It's really cool too. It does remind me weirdly a tiny bit of Frank Ocean, in a tiny bit, and I haven't listened much to Frank Ocean, but it gives me vibes. I like the kind of breakdancey as well. Oh no, it's cool. Ooh. All right. I really loved the back half of that track. I was gonna probably give it like a 7.5, 8, but I think that just like the back half, like I love like the what I perceive to be like breakdance inspired, like hyperpop sort of stuff, mixed with like the vocal tones and stuff. That I don't know. It was just so pretty, and I very much fucked with the second half of that track. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm also curious to see how my opinions change on a re-listen of that. Because there were so many parts of that I did enjoy. I definitely like this. Like going back to a more simpler sound after that massive explosion. It's very pretty. Ooh. Ooh. It's kind of reminding me of MKG. I know that's how I pronounce it. And I love that Dream Police album. This is so pretty. I love this. Ooh. I love the string sounds. This is such a pretty track. I love this. Oh. I love this so much. Ooh. Just everything is so interesting. This is so cool. I absolutely love it. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Waging War is meant to be as chaotic as it is due to the subject matter that he was grappling onto the track. Like, it makes sense to me. But for me, I prefer something like Rule My Life, where it feels like a whole lot more pristine and perfectly wrapped and polished to me. To the point where, like, but despite it not getting rid of all the experimental little sounds that he's doing and the how he's still able to add so much texture to the sound, but it feels a whole lot more nicely wrapped in a bow. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Everything, like, there is not a single part of this track where I was listening to it and I was thoroughly enjoying myself, but there wasn't a single part of this track where it felt predictable. And that's really cool. Actually, if I'm being honest, so far in the entire album, there's not been a single thing where it feels like he is dipping into a formula or dipping into traditional, I don't know, like, I can't expect what's happening next. Everything feels like a bit of a plot twist when it comes to the sounds, but it still works really well with the previous sections. It's really cool. And it's honestly like a pretty good earmark for amazing music, because I've been listening to a lot of classic albums like Black Sabbath and stuff like that, and Pink Floyd. All of their earlier stuff has that, where it's like you listen to Money, and when you start from at the start of Money to the end, you would have never guessed that that's where Sonic would have led. And this kind of gives very strong remnants of that, which is honestly shows signs of brilliant songwriting. Not necessarily pen to paper songwriting, even just by the fact that he might have amazing lyrics. I just couldn't necessarily see them, so I'm touching more on the Sonic elements on this track. But yeah, songwriting in the sense of the sound and sonic writing sort of thing, and it's so well done, and it harkens back to the quality of like the all-time greats, and that's really cool. That's really cool, especially with like this very new, fresh sound, like a last track, adding incorporations of hyperpop, here adding incorporations of like the bedroom pop near psychedelia of like the 2020s of like MKG and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's fresh. I love it. Also, I gave it a 9.5 because I'm just leaving room that there might be a better track than me. So he's already shown so much potential that he could make it a track. Cool. I thought you knew something I never will.
what I'm missing from the land you couldn't stay. I can see your history from 1,000 miles away. I thought.
Alright, one sec. I need to go back because my PC just crashed and I couldn't hear that. Sorry about that.
Miles away, I thought you knew something that I should say. 'Cause we're one and the same. I thought you knew. No matter how much
I can see why this was like more of the single. It fits that mold a lot more. It's very pretty. I don't know who's the woman vocalist, but she's so stunning, her vocals. It's really interesting listening to this, knowing like the very vague bits of lore from Quadeca, I guess, because I watched Highbind a decent amount, so just throughout watching some of the brackets and stuff like that, I can kind of pick up that a bit of the history. Like he did a lot of styles of rap. I listened to one of those, and my main takeaway from listening to this track is actually it's kind of insane how beautiful his voice is. Because of seeing like those styles of rap videos, he was able to emulate a lot of it. But like vocally, I hope that this doesn't feel as mean. I don't want it to be mean, but it's like vocally he didn't have like insane range, or like he's not like the most talented vocalist, but he's clearly knuckled down and gotten his vocals better and better and better. And I can see that because from what I first saw with like 6 years ago, right, to now, it's like his vocals are fucking insane. It could also just be the fact that he's older. I don't know how old Quadeca is. Maybe in those videos he was like 18. And the voice didn't mature as much, but like I really like his sung vocals a lot. His rapping have cool aspects. I think it works really well with the type of production at the end of Waging War, like with the whole breakdance production. It kind of fits with the, I don't know, like the strain that's on his rapping, and like I don't know, just the sound. I can't necessarily pinpoint it, but the sound of his rapping I think really fits the production of Waging War. Here on this like last bit of Godstained, it feels like maybe like the weakest part of the track to me, but it's just personal opinion at the end of the day. But that I love his vocals so much. The female vocals in the back, every single track is produced really fucking well and really like dynamic. I love how many textures and ideas that he's trying to fit into every single track with his production. It makes it feel a lot more artsy. I don't know. Not artsy, yeah, but yeah, it makes it feel artsy. I like it. Production's always sick. This reminds me of something. Also, it's so cool that this could be a 10, depending how the rest of the track goes.
Timer told me not to bother. He thought getting on would take way longer. Scraping all the rust off of his armor. Melting in my hands like salt and water. Spoken like the father of a father. I thought getting on would take way longer. I thought getting on would make me stronger. At a time like this. Tell us that in my way. Gold on my body, I said I was my way. Godstained my body, crash my getaway. I could hear the pain from the landline. You were too young to be the bad guy. You were just a child, life just happened to you. Sleeping on the wheel when it backs into you. It's like this.
The production is sick.
Don't get me wrong. Whatever gets me probably had me all along. Call it what you want. But there's karma in the current when it's calm. Whatever gets me, don't get me wrong. Whatever gets me probably had me all along. At times like this.
Bro, the production is actually so fucking sick. Ooh, it is such a stunning track. Oh, I love that little fill there. That was sick. That was so sick. Bro, I absolutely love this song. The only reason that it doesn't get a tiny bit higher mark, sadly, is the first spoken word passage, the emotions that he was trying to touch on didn't necessarily land for me. But that, like, everything else is so perfect. It feels so rude to be nitpicky. I don't know. But for me, like, this track has my favorite moments from one of the songs. Ruin My Life, maybe. I'm not sure. But this one feels like the most grand. It has the most grand parts that I just absolutely loved. And if it just wasn't for, like, that 30-second part, that feels a bit flat to me. Now, you could love the spoken word, and also my opinions could change on it. My opinion, like once I listen to this again, and I have like the vibe, and I have the context of the what the entire album is about, all that sort of thing, I could come back to that, and that part could completely switch. But on the first listen, it falls a tiny bit flat for me. But everything else is so fucking amazing, like so amazing. Yeah, I a lot of things are very like a lot of music is predictable, but this is so wholly unpredictable, and even if it goes into parts that I don't necessarily mess with as much, like maybe like the rap parts at the end of Godstained, or a spoken word part at the start of here, I still appreciate this a lot more than like let's say other albums that could be around this range of ratings for me. Just because like the risks that it takes, it's like ambitious, it's beautiful, and it feels very unique, despite the fact that it like I can tinily clock some of like the genres and influences and people that are here within the music. Quadeca still is doing it so by himself. Like he's not copying anyone, and yeah, he's not copying anyone, and he's making it very fresh and dynamic and unpredictable. What more can you want from having an entertaining, artful experience?
Yeah, we might as well. There goes the wind. Turn the engine. It's a gorgeous island.
Ooh, this sounds like I could fucking love it.
It's that time of the year where I start getting old.
Ooh, this is... I love his song
There's
vocals.
traditions I try just to see what'll hold.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Have my heart on the line, airing out with my clothes. It's so easy to try, but it's harder to fall. Darling, don't you give up on a Monday. I wanna tell you I want you. You'll probably take it the wrong way. God, I'm losing my grip on the runway. I wanna get there with you now. Next time I'll take you the long way. It's that time of the year where there's smoke in my breath. I can cover it up with a joint and a mess.
This is so gorgeous.
If I zip up my coat, all the feathers will leave.
This style fits his voice so well.
There's a hole in the down and a trick up my sleeve. Darling, don't you give up on a Monday. I wanna tell you I want you. You might have took it the wrong way. God, I'm losing my grip on the runway. I wanna get there with you now. Next time I'll take you the long way. It's that time of the year where I put on my hat. 'Cause the light's getting strong and it's blocking my path. When the water is warm, it can't help but unpack. If I keep moving on, I'll forget the way back. Darling, don't you give up on a Monday. I wanna tell you I want you. You might have took it the wrong way. God, I'm losing my grip on the runway. I wanna get there with you now. Next time I'll take you the long way.
I love this. I absolutely fucking love that. It also, I feel like it, spiritually I need to find peace within myself, because this track is the least predictable of all of them. It follows like a more normal song structure, right? And sonically doesn't have as many twists or turns. It still has a lot, like some nice really textures in it. It shows that Quadeca, even on like a more like simple track, is able to invoke it with I don't know, a lot more pizzazz. And but so it feels a bit weird that I've been praising how unpredictable everything is, and the most predictable track on the album I love the most. Yeah, I don't know how I square with that, because I do really like his ambitious nature and how unpredictable his tracks are, but this one is just a fucking beautiful song, and I think he fits it. I don't necessarily know all the genres ins and outs of what in specific. I don't know what the specific niche genre of this is, because it's like fucking 30 billion, but like this sort of indie folk sort of vibe I'm getting, mixed with like some of the neo psychedelia of 2010 stuff, like yeah, that combination I think fits his voice so beautifully. He has such an amazing voice for a track like this, and I could listen to it beautifully. I still don't know. I think on a re-listen this might get knocked down to a 9.5, because I still feel like there's a track like this that he could do that can I would love even more, you know? I feel like there's still some potential there, despite the fact that I feel like this is so like it feels closer to perfect than not, if that makes sense. I love it though. I love it. I love it. Whoever raised that starting reminded me of MF Doom. The starting bit.
I had this feeling since I was the age of 22. I might as well do my dance without a crew, so I can step away from it like excuse you. Brush them off, no step without a shoe. That shooting star comes when the sun out. Better make that wish before they run out. I used to live in my regret, but there's just one feeling I forget. You always feel like I'm turning my mind. I look to the night sky to copy what I do. It's dancing again now. Every time I miss you, I get cut off. She wasn't the one, she was just the one off. Swear it was fine with me last week. Cried a couple times, 51 exactly. For every sign he tried to tip off, I felt God when the power box was switched off. Lower in the cell, I prefer the trailer where we drift off. And if that brings me back around, I'll grab the gift shop. The waves feel like I'm turning my mind. I wanna see you get low with the setting sun. I wanna spin you back around in front of everyone. Show me everything I'm missing this millennium. Now coming live from inside the moon, believe it or not. I feel the rhythm from my room, I'm slipping it out. Let that vessel be a vessel, see what you got. Any second, he's gonna drop. The waves feel like I'm turning my blind. To the night sky to copy what I do. It's dancing again now.
This song is making me really want to listen to his other albums as well, like Scrapyard and I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. I think that's the name of it. It makes me want to listen to it because I'm getting so many like vibes of his contemporaries, right? And I wonder if this is just the Quadeca sound, like this is actually part of like the Quadeca sound. And I've just not picked up on it, and I've been actually low-key shading by referring to every other person that it reminds me of, instead of just being like, oh, this is actually just how Quadeca sounds. But whatever it is, either it be the sounds of his contemporaries and he's doing that style a bit, or it's actually Quadeca's sound through and through and I could pick it out. It's really beautiful. I love it. We have it like there is a good example is like Breakins Hypercontract is such an amazing album, and no one makes stuff like that. Like I like even Jane Remover get touches on it, but it still doesn't feel the same, you know? Where this feels closer to Breakins than something like Jane Remover's Revenge Seekers does. And I kind of like really like that. I like that sound, like the melding genres in there. It just feels like very unique. And like Quadeca is getting chummy with it. I like it a lot.
There's a man on the horizon. Paradise is just behind him. But if he turns around, it disappears.
That was some really nice poetry at the end there. Ooh. I like the harkening back to like the 50s, 60s sort of sound of it.
They switched some shit around when I was 16. My hair's been falling out since I was 16. It started turning gray when I was 17. Feel like I had more shit to say when I was 17. Now my perception got so filtered, my spaces are shrinking. Like there's no room for me and me with the way that I'm thinking. There's still some shit that keeps me pure if I just let it flow. I gotta tap it while I'm sinking just to let them know.
This is so stunning. I love it. Also, spoken word here gels with me more.
I saw so many new horizons and did not pursue it. I sound like a broken record when I'm talking through it. I should've roped them others in, but they didn't want to do it. You might end up in my shot cause you were walking through it. Like the yellow light, treat it like a red. Backing out my truth, agree's best unsaid. I'm dying in this booth, all I see is red. I'm fighting my excuse to get me off the ledge. Cause if I jump I might survive and that scares me the most. What I witness from afar only scares me from close. What's been keeping me afloat is barely a boat. Every stranger that I pass is wearing my clothes. That's why.
That's fine, alright.
Ooh.
That's fine, alright.
Ooh.
Don't get any better than this. Life, that's fine, alright. That's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life. If I wasn't me, would I still be me? It's like if I woke up in that other body.
Am I missing where the lyrics are? Sorry.
That's fine, alright. That's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life, that's fine,
I love this.
that's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life, that's fine, alright. That's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life, that's fine, that's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life. Every mirror in my life makes another blind spot. Every ex that I got asks the question why not. But my compass lies to me cause I keep running out of
Ooh, I
spots.
love that one.
True, very true, layering on it now. Wasn't offered from the oven, but it only touched the top. That's a sore spot, that's a sore. Every mirror in my life makes another blind spot. Everything that I got is a
This is stunning.
Alright.
Fuck. Sorry for pausing, but Jesus, that the spoken word at the start of that, like, stunning, like, songwriting and poetry, I would say. And then going into what I think is, like, his best vocal range, like, his best style for his vocals and stuff. It's just so stunning and moving and beautiful. It's probably my favorite song on the album. Because it feels like Monday, but less predictable. And it's fucking sick. Like, it scratches that same level itch or quality, in my opinion. This is so beautiful.
Don't get any better. Right.
This one's probably the most likely on a re-listen to get a 10. It's just so good. It's so good. Ooh. This feels like a harkening back to No Questions Asked. I love it. Also, talking about I Dream About Sinking, this feels like that instantaneously. Sonically. I love it. Ooh. I think that this is so stunning, it might be my favorite off the bat. I love it. It feels so cinematic and beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if he will make it worse, so I think it's just a 10. This is so beautiful. This is so stunning. It's hard to make something like this that's like so ambient and pretty and like rather simple, but it sounds so quality. Bro's talented. His production's insane. It's just yeah, it's my favorite. It fits with like the visualizers of the movie of this where he goes sailing and everything. I love this. I love, like, I'm sorry I didn't talk about it. I'm just saying I love it, but it's perfect. His like, he is such a fucking unbelievable producer.
Somebody's after somebody I can't see. Somebody died on Monday. Died by Thursday. Somebody's after me. Somebody I can't see.
This is sick.
Somebody's after me. Somebody's after me. Somebody I can't see. Somebody died on Thursday. Died on natural causes. Somebody's after
Ah. Oh no, I'll have to re-listen, but yeah. This could be up there as the best. Ooh. Ooh. I love this.
somebody I can't see. Somebody's after me.
It's so beautiful. His vocals.
I can't see. Somebody died this morning.
There's like a bit of a prettiness of Radiohead.
Natural causes.
That is just the best song on the album. I know that Foregone and Casper get a lot of love. I saw it on the ratings of album of the year, so I'm curious if they knock my socks off. But this is, it's fucking perfect. It feels hard. Like, I don't know if it just makes me such a miserable piece of shit that like I could have so much more to talk about when it comes to things that I like in conjunction with stuff that I dislike. So like I was talking so much more at the start of this album. It could just be the fact that I'm an hour in now, but like I was talking so much more at the start. Because I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this bit and I'm being a bit of a prick. But then now I'm listening to two things that just are so stunning and beautiful. And I don't have much to say. It's just, yeah. Good job, Quadeca. You fucking killed it. Perfect. Ooh, I like this. Kind of sounds like a clock, but obviously it's a guitar. I think. Ooh. Oh. I love this. Only that night, but I love this. Oh wait, no.
I like to steal your thunder. That light follows my lead. And I don't want an olive branch from you. I'll strike down the whole tree. Yeah. Bad news, you can't make a man from a god, so don't mind me. Bad news, a million ways to show me what I mean. Telling me what I've seen. Telling me who I've been. I'll tell you one thing. At all, deliverance in the wind, deliver it in your fall. And I'm sorry you went all that distance and paces, it covers the world and back. In that ground I found infinite mazes and never set foot on a crack. Not once. Bring that out of me, you bring that out of me. You bring that out of me, I said you bring that out of me. You bring that out of me, I said you bring that out of me. You bring that out of me, I said.
Oh. I love how everything's building. Oh. That was so sick. That, like, I like to have everything build. I like the energy, the distortion. This is really cute too. I like that. He's such a talented fuck. He's so talented. I haven't for the record, I haven't listened to a single Danny Brown track or feature, I don't think. I know that there's a Trusty Exhibition and X and stuff like that. That's considered fucking amazing. But yeah, I haven't listened to anything Danny Brown, so I need to listen to him. And it's cool that he has a feature with Danny Brown. I also like how it's connected with the last track, like the thunder, and then we're going into the... Feels like we're just after the storm. It's building. It's nice. It's so uneasy, I love it. He would do so well in like TV shows or movie soundtracks. Oh. This is one of those tracks that I'll have to re-listen to a billion times to like to really get my thoughts and feelings on it. Because I don't know how it matches up with the rest of it. So I'll give it like a place I'll 9 at the moment. But I really love it. There's sonic elements. I just don't know how much I love the Danny Brown feature. I don't know. Like the vocals feel like it's a part of it. It definitely fits the sound. But if I don't know, it just doesn't have as much energy. But, I don't know.
Just play it safe until he feels you too. When the sun comes down, it's falling right. It's the end of the world if you call it right. It's the end. For everybody in the spot, I'm on the mic. If it's the end of the world, why not tonight? It's the end. It's the same old story, how it came and went. I need a couple more bottles for the main event. It's the end. And if it's not the last words, I'ma make it count. I need a million bad bitches just to play me out. It's the end. I got a front row seat, that's what I call it. I'm kicking out my feet, no need to stall it. It's the end.
The production is stellar the entire way through
I
that.
couldn't even tell you if it matters. It's the end.
With open arms, I welcome you. And I run to the finish line. When my shit's exposed, caught in the rhythm, the grand opening of the end.
It's interesting. I will need to listen to that track again to really get my thoughts on it. So after this, expect my changing of the ratings to happen. Like I said that at the start, it's probably going to change when I re-listen to this after I record, just to see how I feel and everything. There's so many things I like about it. The one thing that you can just not knock is the fact of the production and how, I don't know, interesting and entertaining the beats are. Can't knock that. It's fucking sick. Yeah. Oh. This is pretty as well. Bit of fourth wall breaking. This is so stunning. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. I love it. Fuck me. The way that he's able to touch on a lot of these sounds here is insane. Like, this feels like such a climactic, like, anthemic fucking gospel sort of song, right? With, like, you're speaking from the heavens sort of thing. I mean, I don't know. It just reminds me of a lot, in the best way possible, of, like, my private school that was Christian. And you're able to get that gravitas and that level of, like, I guess, ambition and power in the track, and it doesn't come off corny. It doesn't come off misguided or misstepped or anything. It just fully hits, and that's a fucking tall order. This is gorgeous. This is probably the best. I just want to give bro a hug. I just want to give him a hug. Tell him he did a very good job. I don't know why. It's just might come off a bit condescending or whatever, but it's just so pretty and so beautiful. He should be very proud of this. It's really fucking well done. This is beautiful. The production. Bro, you're fucking nuts. You're nuts, Quadeca. I'm speaking personally to you because, you know, my channel with 200 subs, Quadeca's gonna watch it. You're fucking nuts. Also, let alone, he's gonna watch it until this part. He's gonna watch it an hour and 22 minutes in. Because he has so much. He has nothing better to do. Fucking nuts. This is, like, the idea that you're able to make an 8-minute track, which is an epic song. You have to do some fucking insane shit. You instantly are able to do that. It sounds fucking incredible. And there is not a single time where it feels like it's overstaying its welcome. And there are 8-minute tracks, like, the only ones that are that great are the ones by the best people, like best bands and best artists of all time. And it's so easy, I feel, to fuck up something that's 8-minute song and it feels like it's droning on. None of this did. I didn't even look at the time, like, once to be like, oh, are we nearing the end, sort of thing. Everything, it's like, how did you make 8 minutes concise? You made it feel concise, my dude. How did that happen? That yeah, this is fucking the best track on the album. And then we're going to Casper. Fuck. It's so pretty. Another 8-minute track. That's ballsy, motherfucker. But I actually have so, like, there's not an inkling on my body that I feel like I'm gonna dislike this track. Everything's been so masterfully produced. I trust any song, whatever length it is, for him to make it. Especially with this start, it's gorgeous. Oh my god.
I found overexposed. You were born with a lot to correct. You were born with
This is probably with your Maruja, alright? Because it sounds very British.
You just became a child, returned to a path, hiding in overgrown grass. If you didn't chase it, it would have stayed still. The horizon is a prey like animal that preys on men who prey like animals. And now it takes form and takes flight. It can take you anywhere you like. Open your hand and your palm. Drown out the countdown to the alarm. The line curves into a path through clouds. The tail wrapped in waves, its mouth covered in sky. I pray one last time, but I didn't know. It can smell fear on your breath, and the sweat in the hands of a man who has never forgiven himself. And the answers I so desperately crave will cover me in the shape of a cave, removing a stone from a roof held together with nothing but tension. I can end the world with one slip from the other side of the ceiling. I accept your answer. I was just a pretender who learned how to surrender. At least I know something you won't. In a bigger picture where I extend beyond the frame, your world will end at home, and to you that will be good enough. My world ends so much worse, and so much harder. To me that is better. To it we're the same, and to everyone, to everyone.
Ooh, that's cool. Oh, the tying back to the Impression Blast is so sick.
The captain stands alone, arms to the sky. This symphony of loneliness, unheard upon its own. He cracks a bottle, it's the only friend he knows. Years of no expression left him bitter, comatose. The rain is torrential, he gives a toothless grin. About to meet the devil, projections from within. Lightning strikes the ocean, illuminating fears. The depths reflect his mind, his time is getting near. Counting every moment, wish away the minutes. Waves as big as mountains, strung out to his limits. The blackness of oblivion, reality sinks in. Consumed by the roar of fear, 1,000 voices grim. Heart pounding, he finishes the bottle. Climbs up to the sail, clutching, wishing for tomorrow. All his crew were taken,
Holy fuck. This is so sick. This is insane. This is... He's one of the most spectacular producers I've ever fucking heard. Holy fuck. That track is so insane. It He is an unbelievably talented producer. It's actually unfucking real. Holy fuck, I can't wait to listen to his other stuff. I can't wait. He is unbelievable. I'll have to re-listen to this entire album right as I finish. Once I finish this recording, I'm going to re-listen to the entire album. If you want to see my review of it, like, that's gonna change, but it's, as you can probably tell, it's probably gonna stick around a middle, like around 9. Fuck me, dude. So sick. It is so versatile of an album too, and it probably did help that he did so many different styles of other artists and stuff like that. Like, he learned how to do all that shit, so probably benefited him greatly that he can be such a versatile artist due to that. But, like, the thing that stands out the most to me is just how unbelievably amazing his production is. And, like, all the sonic ideas that he do. Everything is unpredictable. Everything is so textured and laid and beautiful. And he's just fucking a master of the craft. Yeah, I can't wait to listen to more of this stuff. It's unreal. If you guys want to support me, you can go to my Patreon. This one's getting uploaded uncut. But most of the time, it's not going to be uncut. And you can also get early access. This one's not going to be early access, but you can get early access by months and months and months and months. There's albums on my Patreon that I reacted to a year ago that I haven't posted to YouTube yet because I haven't edited it yet. So if you want to go there, that'd be sick. If you want to talk to me about anything, go to my Discord. That's beautiful as well. But if you want to support me on Patreon, that'd be sick. It costs like $5, I think. But you don't have to. Watching this long, if you did, is thanks enough. And I love you so much, everyone. Peace out.